Spooky season is over, and that means your family's either shopping for the Thanksgiving turkey or setting up your Christmas tree way too early. But none of that matters because we got video games to play. Hey there, I'm CGDannyB, and I really like indie games and I like sharing them with you guys. And today I'm going to show you 15 upcoming indie games that you can look forward to this November. Now forgive me, because I've had this cold going on for like a week and a half now, and I've just not been able to get this video recorded. Now I've been using this magical orange liquid to try and get myself better, but I'm still a little nasally, so forgive me if you're annoyed by all this. Just next month should hopefully be better. And real quick before we get going, if you could do me a huge favor, give that video a thumbs up, it would be insanely appreciated because it would help the channel grow. Now, let's take a look at a mess of indie games you can play this November. If you're a neat freak who might also want to make some extra cash on the side, then let me introduce you to Trash Goblin. This wholesome and cozy shopkeeping game has you uncovering a bunch of dirty trinkets for you to then sell in your shop. Take each encrusted doodad, wash it off, then just hold on to them until the right customer comes along and offers you the right price for it. Some of these customers will just be random dudes looking for weird objects to hoard in their homes, while important guests will start a specific quest, giving you a chance to get to know some of your more generous customers a bit more. Then use the money you earn to upgrade your shop, buy better tools, and even begin franchising your shop across the town. So you're a fan of the gameplay loop of something like Power Wash Simulator, but with 50 unique trinkets, 15 quest lines, and endless customers to serve, Trash Goblin is definitely a game you want to check out when it releases on Steam in early access starting November 6th. This cozy farming sim is all about the enchanting journey through a medieval fantasy world. In Mirthwood, you're setting out to find a fresh start in life, be that either settling into a new homestead to begin a career of farming and trading, or picking up a sword and taking up the adventurous route. Either way you choose to live, you get to enjoy these stunning hand-drawn visuals of these 6 diverse regions of this kingdom. Fight storms, diseases, and other life-threatening experiences as you set yourself up to survive. Just be sure to befriend those around you so you aren't the strange owner who just moved into town. Build those relationships to unlock new quest lines and new interactions to make you feel that much more welcome in this world. You can venture forth when Mirthwood releases on Steam starting November 6th. We all love a roguelike that mixes up the formula a little bit, so let's take a look at Redline Crooks, a fast-paced combat racing game about destroying cops, walls, and most likely your own body as well. In this one-of-a-kind high-octane adventure, you'll pick one of the 9 playable convicts and use their unique skills and boosts to reach disgustingly high levels of speed. Slam, blow up, and launch anybody who gets in your way off the road, but not before swinging by the local shopkeep to pick up some interesting items to keep you from ending up back in your prison cell. The better you perform behind the wheel, the more challenging the course gets, but the rewards get even better. Test your skills to see how long you can outrun the law when Redline Crooks drops on Steam starting November 6th. You can finally live out your wildest dreams and become the ultimate magical baker in Magical Bakery. As a young magical baker in training in the Academy of Magical Bakers, you're tasked to put your skills to the test by creating delicious treats and decorating them with all sorts of magical toppings. Mix, knead, bake, and decorate your desserts as you unlock new ingredients and upgrades to your bakery. But you won't be going to this adventure alone, because you'll have 2 helpful NPCs by your side, the merchant and the blacksmith, who are ready to help you out on your quest to make your bakery the go-to spot in town. So get ready to roll up your sleeves and get baking when Magical Bakery drops on Steam starting November 7th. After being one of the best RPGs from 2023, Sea of Stars is back, with a bunch of new updates to change the experience for the better in Dawn of Equinox. Sea of Stars Dawn of Equinox is a free update introducing things like Combat 2.0, a revamped prologue, a speedrunner mode, new difficulty settings, and perhaps the most exciting thing, 3-player local co-op. If you haven't played Sea of Stars yet, this might just be the time to finally hop in. Setting out on a quest to save the world, you'll play as the 2 Solstice warriors, Zale and Valir. Using the powers focused around the sun and the moon, our heroes will team up with a cast of fun and adventurous characters who will help them along the way. One of the biggest pain points from launch was the somewhat simple prologue holding players back. But now the team has added new combat for the introduction of the game to make it a bit more exciting. And if that's still not really something you're looking for, you could just skip the prologue, dropping you right into the part of the game you want to get to. With this major update coming soon, fans of this RPG will have plenty to do as we wait for the throes of the Watchmaker DLC to drop next year. So be sure to check out the Dawn of Equinox update when it drops on November 12th for Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. What if I told you this game is just about an old computer in an old shed in the middle of the forest? You could probably guess I'm lying, huh? This is this game trying to kill me? This escape room horror game has you trapped inside this cabin, where the owner offers to let you play his computer game to try and earn your freedom. But what's really weird is the actions in the computer game affect the room that you're in. Yeah, you're playing a game while you're playing a game. I don't know how many layers deep this game's gonna get, but I'm here for it. Just be careful, because not only do the puzzles from the game come into the real world, but so do the traps. And your actions in this cabin will also affect the computer game, so you need to keep your eyes on both worlds to get yourself out alive. So if you really think you're ready for the puzzles ahead, be sure to check out Is This Game Trying to Kill Me when it releases on Steam starting November 13th. Before I show you guys the next indie game, I want to tell you guys about Extra Life. Now, if you're not familiar with Extra Life, it's an organization that helps raise money for children in hospitals. And they partner with different streamers so we can all go live, sometimes for 24 hours, and we can try and raise money for these kids. Now, me and my friends are doing our 24-hour extra live stream this Saturday, November 9th. We did our first extra live stream last year and it was great, but we're trying to do better this year. We're gonna be doing all kinds of stuff. We're playing Mario Party, we're playing marbles on stream, we're doing trivia, we're slapping each other with tortillas. I'm pretty sure that's on the schedule. And then every $25 that's donated, we're smashing egg over each other's heads, which you guys loved that last year, so we're gonna need to get more eggs. Now, the best way to help with the cause is to donate financially, and there'll be a link for that when we go live. We also realize that's not available for everybody. So if you can't contribute financially, that's totally okay. But we ask that you help spread this stream like wildfire. There's a TikTok, an Instagram Reel, YouTube Short, a Facebook video, Blue Sky, Twitter, they're all over the place. So if you go to any of my socials, retweet that, comment on it, repost it, send it to your brother, sister, mother, father, grandpa, friends, family, whoever, and help them know that we're raising money for kids, that would be insanely appreciated. And if you got some spare time this weekend, November 9th through November 10th, 12 p.m. to 12 p.m., we'll be doing a 24-hour stream raising money for the kids. Thank you in advance for your support. I appreciate you guys so freaking much. But now, let me tell you about more indie games. If you're a fan of classic PS1 horror games, then Sorry We're Closed is right up your alley. This lore-rich survival horror game puts you in the shoes of Michelle as she tries to break the curse placed on her by a demon looking for love. Yeah, really intense stuff off the rip, huh? Utilizing the classic fixed camera from retro games we love, you'll explore haunted environments and find the tools you need to progress. Then snap into first person for some intense combat. Using the power of her third eye, Michelle's able to peer between worlds, allowing the player to find secrets as well as weak points on the enemies. Filled with vibrant colors, grungy yet badass looking character designs, and gameplay that'll keep you on your toes, Sorry We're Closed is shaping up to be a banger title to round out the year. And you can dive into this demon-filled adventure when Sorry We're Closed drops on Steam starting November 14th. This is Miniatures, a collection of strange tales where reality and childhood imagination are smashed together with some dark undertones. Experience the stories of 4 curious objects inside of an old wooden box, like a toy lizard, a captured moth, an old seashell, and a screwdriver. Each item has its own story to be told, and you're about to find out what that story is. Step into these memories and discover what mysteries are hiding in their backstories, where each adventure has unique gameplay mechanics and art style to keep them fresh and engaging. You can play these stories in whatever order you like as you discover some nostalgia, some mystery, and some thought-provoking experiences. You can pick up Miniatures starting on November 14th when it releases on Steam. The world is coming to an end, and what are the gods doing about it? Nothing, really. Just sort of bickering back and forth. So it's up to you to start sucking up to these gods, literally. This is Great God Grove, a funny psychedelic puzzle game about sucking up people's words and using them to your advantage. Once every generation, the gods come together to delay the apocalypse. But this time around, the god of communication went AWOL, so it's up to you and the busy boys to help save the world. As the mail carrier for the gods, you'll roam the world with the Megapod, a megaphone with a set of lips that can capture the speech bubbles of other people, allowing you to spread the word however you need to. Deliver messages to the people around you, be that flirtatious, hurtful, or even just a casual chit-chat. And eventually, you'll get the chance to talk to the gods themselves, and hopefully you'll have the right words to get them out of their funk and save the world. You can play this goofy over-the-top adventure when Great God Grove releases on Steam, Switch, and Xbox starting November 15th. When the rift's in trouble, the only ones you can rely on are the Dimensionals. Dimensionals is a turn-based roguelike RPG featuring that Saturday morning cartoon energy with dozens of heroes to choose from. Build your team of 3 heroes and combine skills to create insane combos. Battle your way through Ragnarok's world-crushing bosses as you make your way towards taking down the big bad himself. Battle, collect new heroes, unlock new skills and artifacts, then take down the bad guys in insane combat. Prepare yourself and your team for some dimension-hopping combat when Dimensionals drops on Steam in early access starting November 18th. You're about to make a name for yourself in Toads of the Bayou. This turn-based tactical strategy game sets you loose into the swamps, where you'll build a team of toads trying to defend your homestead. We're looking for a nice place to settle down. You and your group of wandering toads are bamboozled by Baron Samedi, a spirit of the dead. Now you're trapped by this curse that's forcing you to face the evils inhabiting the swamp. It's up to this gang of misfit toads to battle through the evil forces, upgrade the tavern, and protect the resources to keep their society afloat. Strategically build your deck of playing cards with the best skills for you to take down anything getting in your way. Along with a collection of traps and support toads, you've got anything you need to come out on top. Just be careful where you step, because once you're out of movement, you're gonna feel like a frog in headlights. If you're ready to take on the creatures of the swamp, then be sure to check out Toads of the Bayou when it drops on Steam starting November 19th. After almost 24 years since the original game released, the S.T.A.L.K.E.R series is back with a long-awaited sequel. In S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chernobyl, you'll unravel your own epic story in the vast Chernobyl exclusion zone. After a massive explosion in the year 2006, the entire landscape of the exclusion zone has changed. bringing in violent mutants, deadly anomalies, and warring factions fighting to survive. As a lone stalker, you'll explore this photorealistic world as you meet members of the various factions and decide which ones are worth befriending and which ones might end up on the barrel end of your rifle. Just be careful who you make friends with, because all your choices will help decide the fate of your stalker. S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 also features a dynamic day-night cycle, mod support, and shortly after launch, a free multiplayer mode. So if you're ready to take on the nasty radiation of this world, you can dive into S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2 Heart of Chornobyl on Steam and Xbox starting November 20th. You can also play it day one on Xbox Game Pass. In this game, you're going to wind up in the perfect vacation destination, but now you got to get into detective mode. This is On Your Tail. On Your Tail is a detective puzzle adventure where you'll befriend the locals, find clues, and play your cards to discover the town's secrets. This is Diana, an up-and-coming writer looking for inspiration for her next piece, and it looks like a mysterious thief running around Borgo Marina is just the subject you needed. Roam around the city finding clues for each case. Then, when you think you've got everything you need, jump into this tabletop board game view to plot out the scenario and build out exactly what happened. And of course, we all need a break from work once in a while, so why not do some fishing, play some mini golf, or test your skills at a bunch of other mini games in between solving this crime and writing your story. This is another Steam Next Fest demo I got to check out earlier this year, and I really enjoyed my time with it. So if you're ready to solve some crimes, you can pick up On Your Tail when it releases on November 21st for Steam and Nintendo Switch. This 2D Sekiro-inspired platformer is finally coming to console. If you missed me talk about this game earlier this year, this is Nine Souls, a challenging Eastern fantasy action platformer where you need to parry enemies and take them down to reach the legendary 9 souls. Though the game is definitely challenging, you're going to be hit with powerful lore, stunning visuals, a dope soundtrack, and a lot more that makes Nine Souls feel like the complete package. Nine Souls released back in May, and for a game we waited so long for, I don't think it got the attention it deserved. I can say that because I still haven't finished it myself. Oops. Sporting an overwhelmingly positive review score on Steam, console players should definitely be keeping their eyes on this one. So if you're rocking out on Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox, you can finally play Nine Souls when it releases on November 26th. Here we've got a gorgeous narrative-driven game about a goddess being kidnapped and the city on the verge of destruction. This is 30 Birds. 30 Birds is a puzzle game that takes place on the surface of a rotating paper lantern. As Zig, you encounter a flock of feathered friends as you explore the city, checking every nook and cranny for clues to find the missing bird goddess Simurgh. Traverse this seamless blend of 2D and 3D gameplay in a mesmerizing adventure with hand-drawn Persian visuals, coupled with a soundtrack that's a mash of ska, reggae, and electric music. Explore the mythical and colorful challenges of Lantern City to progress the story, solve intricate puzzles, and meet the locals, whether they're friendly or not. Prepare to vibe out to this stellar game when 30 Birds releases on November 28th for Steam and Nintendo Switch. There you have it, 15 indie games you can play this November. Be sure to let me know if I missed any of your most anticipated indie games for this month because I really had to cut this list down. There's a lot to play right now, and right before Game of the Year time, I just don't have the manpower for it. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the awesome indie gaming content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.